Hey, I got it done a little faster that time. Anyway, I cannot believe that the Congress passed H.R. 5. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. This has got to be some sort of crazy clown show. Honestly. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing. And Biden, he stops in the middle of a speech and goes, I don't know where I am. Where am I? What am I doing? I mean, seriously, he's a potato head. He can't even think straight. And Kamala Harris supposedly is all upset about him firing drone strikes in Syria. So, you know what I think is going to happen is I think that in, weeks to months, they're going to deem him unable to serve. Pelosi and her crew already want to take the nuke codes away from him, and Kamala Harris is going to step up. The one person that got the least amount of votes when they were trying to get a candidate to run. She's scary. She's more what we got to worry about than anything. But this agenda on H.R. 5 is like a 1984 nightmare. I'm serious. They want to open up school gyms and stuff so that boys that identify as girls can go into the women's or girls' bathrooms and locker rooms. I mean, that's sheer insanity. That I would, if I had a kid in school, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I don't have a kid in school right now. But if I had a kid in school, I would be pulling that kid out of school. I would go with the virtual schooling, and I would sit there with that child and do their virtual schooling with them. And every time there was something weird or socialist or Marxist or equity related, I would throw a big stinker in front of that teacher and everybody in that Zoom meeting. And I would tell him or her, do not teach my children this. This is garbage, and the American people do not want to hear your garbage. You are not going to keep brainwashing our children. And I've seen some of these classes. My boyfriend has kids who are teenagers. I've seen some of the junk they bring home from school. I've seen their new math with lattice. I'm talking about stupidity. I sat at the kitchen table one night, and I said, look, here's a multiplication table, multiplication problem. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And I asked him to do it with a calculator, and asked his daughter to do it with her lattice. And I sat there, and I did it in my head, and I came up with the answer and wrote it down. And they're like, what, you came up with the answer already? And I'm like, yeah. How'd you do that? I did it in my head. You know why I can do it in my head? Because it doesn't take an entire piece of paper to do that mathematical problem. But it took her a total of 5 minutes to come to the conclusion of what that problem was. And it took him on the calculator probably less time than it took me in my head, maybe, but he didn't start until she was about halfway through with her lattice. Absolutely ridiculous. They're basically destroying the minds of the youth in this country on purpose. Dumbing them down to the point of stupidity, making them so brainwashed in social justice. I don't even want to go there. It just makes me so mad. I'm so glad that I grew up Generation X. I am so glad that I can see this stuff. I'm so glad that I'm not blind to it. I may be visually impaired, but I sure as heck can see their game. And their game is dangerous. They call us terrorists. They call us racist. But they're the ones that want to divide people. They're the ones that want to put us in danger. They're the ones that want to call for making us not so white at Coca-Cola. What does that mean? What is not so white? What, logical? Conservative? Someone with some morals and family values? Someone who could actually run a productive business and not kowtow to every single social justice garbage mouth out there? I mean, seriously, I am totally flabbergasted at this. This has got to be some sort of shit show purposefully perpetrated to wake the rest of the people up. It's got to be. It can't be real. This is so beyond the norms of reality. This is beyond logic. There is no way in God's green earth that these people could be doing what they're doing. Biden putting in executive order after executive order in stacks to take down every good thing that Donald Trump has done. Yet Donald Trump did nothing while he was in office. But you need 60 executive orders to remove what he did? Are you kidding me? And then these people can't put this 2 and 2 together and see exactly what the heck's going on? They don't have the wherewithal to use their brains to put the math. Well, nope, they've been doing lattice. Maybe that's the problem. But seriously, I am tired of it. And I know you guys are tired of it. And this doesn't require a 2A solution. This requires everybody going to the point where you talk to somebody in the grocery store, you bring it up. If they look at you like you're an idiot, you just keep talking about it. You tell them, look it up. You can hate me all you want to. You can call me every name in the book. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but your words will never hurt me. And once you realize that, you'll realize that you have no leg to stand on. Because all these people, all you're doing, people out there, is censoring and calling names. It's like the little kid on the playground who gets told, you're a brat. Shut up, I didn't want to hear it. Or the bully, you'll do what I say because I say it. And I'm bigger than you. Yeah, okay. It's like child playground mentality, the way these people act. These people act like little children on a playground. I got thinking about it and the social situations in school and in high school even. Before you get to the point where where you've learned social behavior, how to deal with other people, how to think logically, how to not go out of your way to hurt people. I mean, I don't have any reason to hurt anybody else. I'm not going around. I have had friends of all races, creeds, and beliefs, religions, sexual orientations in my life, okay? I never went around hurting their feelings. It's called having manners. You have manners. You don't go out of your way to hurt somebody's feelings. If you have morals, there's no reason to hurt anybody's feelings. And this last thing on HR that I gotta say something about is this abortion situation. Abortion up to 9 months. Literally killing a baby that's fully formed. Now, South Carolina, the state I live in, just put the heartbeat law in. If it's got a heartbeat, there's no abortion. And I totally agree. Now, I agree in medical abortions for certain reasons because of, health problems. And I even will go as far as to say that if a child who's under a certain age is raped by, molested by somebody, an adult, and they are impregnated, that's time for an abortion. That child should not have to deal with that responsibility. But if you're old enough to open your damn legs, lay down, and have sex, or be on top, I don't care. But if you're old enough to make that decision, you're old enough to be responsible for what happens because of it. And these people can't put 2 and 2 together to figure out logical things about social behavior. Then they shouldn't be having sex. They shouldn't be dating. They shouldn't be doing anything in that department because they're not responsible enough for the privilege. You know what's a privilege? It's a privilege to be responsible enough to have a world to live in that you can choose to be responsible. That somebody's not forcing you to have sex. I mean, that's a nice world we live in. It didn't used to be that way. We don't have a society built on sexual slavery to your husband. We don't have a society built on masochistic means Except if you look at the side of the Democrats. You know, I'm just sickened by the world around me. And it's like it's a farce. It's like the funniest satire TV show that you could possibly get with dry humor. I mean, it is absolutely, fantastically like a farce. It's got to be a movie. Because if it isn't, 1984 is here, and we're all screwed. But anyway, like, subscribe, and share, and just keep fighting. Keep opening your mouth. Don't let them censor you. Don't let them shut you up. Don't let them play their games. Just be who you are. Show everybody your beliefs. Show why. Tell them why. Make them understand. Make them actually comprehend what is going on in this world. And when they break down and cry, when they see the truth, like when they're going to see this Jim Caviezel movie pretty soon about child trafficking, give them a shoulder to rest on. Be compassionate. Because they're going to need it. When these people wake up from the nightmare that they have created and they have gone along with and they've been brainwashed by, they're going to need compassion. And we are the people who hold the logic, but we also are the people that hold the compassion. That's the good thing about being good American citizens, good Christians, good Jewish people, even good Muslims, good New Agers. You know, we care, we empathize, we have compassion, we have logic. And they try to make us look like we're evil terrorist demons, when really it's them. It's a mirror. What you throw at someone else is what you really have inside yourself. Alright, y'all. You have a good night. Keep praying, keep meditating, and keep spreading truth.